Merry Christmas! And a Happy New Year. Let us have a conscious moment to acknowledge what we've been through this year. As you sit down to your Christmas dinners and you settle in to the traditions that you've manifested, can we take a minute to reflect, to look around at the presents under the tree, at the lights twinkling around the room, the smells? It could smell like absolute shit in your house right now. That's the truth. Because I've just realised not everyone is going to have that cinnamon mulled wine fragrance and the oranges and the potpourri. So where is that for you? Did you not buy potpourri this year? Did you not make mulled wine? We're going here because seasonal depression is real and not everybody has loved ones at Christmas. And I put out some content on the Hermatologist Tarot channel for the Christmas Grinch, titled The Truth About Christmas, and it had a Christmas Grinch thumbnail, but go and check, it's changing all the time. But I said I was going to come over here and make some content that you could listen to as an introvert with your headphones in at Christmas dinner or around the table when you're feeling a little bit awkward, so we can make fun of everybody else here. Because clearly consciousness needs a cure, and the cure is a little bit of laughing and a little bit of banter this season. So whether you're at home alone with your Christmas TV dinner, or your takeaway from the night before, or no Christmas dinner at all, you may be Muslim, Islamic, you may not eat any of this stuff. Maybe you're broke and you're struggling and all you have is a packet of ketchup and a slice of white bread left. We've all been there. Homelessness is real. It's not a joke, it's not a mockery, it's okay. Whether you have money or not, if you're listening to this and you live in a tent, it's fine. You don't even have a tent, you have nothing but the clothes on your back and you're out and homeless at Christmas, it's fine. God sees you. The Lord is working in your favour. It's going to be okay. Let us pray before we dive in, okay? Because we're going to eat today. I'm going to eat. We're going to discuss. We're going to laugh. We're going to joke. And we're going to touch on some really important life lessons. Some consciousness shifts will occur with this piece of content today. I want to send love, light and healing energy out. So that's what we're doing. So let's start off praying. You can visualise all of us holding hands, the whole 7D collective, for we are in the ethereal realms, you know. Dear Lord, dear God, whatever faith you carry, dear the Most High, watch over us today. Guide us today and every other day. Help us see the light. Help us remember who we are beyond these festivities. Remind us to be one with self and be happy with our life choices and decisions. Allow us to remember what it means to be true. True to ourselves, true to our mind frame, true to our mood and emotions. Let us no longer deny what we want. Allow us to move into the new year with faith. Allow us to hold unification, Most High. This channel is dedicated to unification, where we really bring ourselves online, spiritually activated, taking our offline realities, our mind, our emotions, our mood, our feelings, our friends, our family, our money, our net worth, our hard work and dedication, and integrating that into something purposeful, life purpose, destiny, harmony, yin and yang, flow state, self-empowerment. Allow us to push through any limiting barrier, belief system, conformist ideology, stereotype, and allow us to rise, allow us to stand the test of time, allow us to become the Most High in line with you, O Lord. Amen. What brought this content alive today is not just the Tarot Collective that shared their energy and let me know it was needed, but it was more specifically a memory and an awakening I had, a consciousness shift inside of me that I'll now share with you. We manifest all the time. We dream all the time. We work so hard all the time to achieve a specific outcome. And when we get that outcome, we think it's come too late, we no longer want it anymore, or it shows up differently. And the divine God, the Most High, has been reminding me to look at my life and everything I have and truly honor it, truly value every breath I breathe in the now moment. And whatever comes with that is mine. I made that. I manifested that. I received that. I've been laughing my head off this week because the memories, the epiphanies, the awakenings, they've been sensational. And I'll share them with you. The first manifestation, awakening, is when I left my job in 2016, after 2 years from 2014, considering leaving my childcare career with my qualifications at level 4 in leadership and management in early years, to walk away and be an entrepreneur full time. I did it, and I made that move because the one thing I really wanted for myself was to brunch every day. I wanted 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. brunches. I wanted to sip Prosecco in the middle of the day like the rich do. That's all I wanted. I've seen my life, I've seen my future, I've seen the potential here, and there's disaster if I stay in this field. I'll have to go somewhere else, get new qualifications, evolve and grow in a new way. But at the end of the day, I want brunch at 10 a.m. I want brunch at 11 a.m. I want mimosas and margaritas and bottomless brunches in the middle of the day, not only on a Saturday. And I want to travel to the Caribbean, not only in the 6 weeks holiday or only for 2 weeks of the year paid. I don't want to save up consecutively to travel on holiday. I want to live life as if it is a holiday every day. That's all I really wanted. I didn't know such a humongous dream would take such a humongous toll on me. My mental health, my emotional well-being, my money, my pockets, right? That was 2016. 10 years on, practically. We're heading into year 10. And God reminded me, look at your life. I don't even drink alcohol anymore. I don't even smoke anymore. 2016 was the year of severe networking for me. I was out and about and attending all these different kind of events and smoozing and doing what I had to do. I don't even need to network anymore. I'm thick in formula, equation, mechanics, quantum mechanics, higher level science. I never really believed I could achieve. And I say that with such delay in my response because it was on my vision board. It was part of my manifestation. But it was always scary, the physics, the formula, the encryption, the coding. I never thought I could really achieve it. I never thought I would really understand it. And there's still so much I'm learning. It's really, really early days for me. But to understand that that has manifested 10 years later, and now I don't even desire to drink wine or Prosecco. I don't need the headache. I don't need the fuzzy head. I need to stay clear-minded. I've got equation and code to do. But look at that. Look at how your manifestation and the seed that you planted got you all the way here. Because then God also made me laugh. And he said, when you're not fasting and trying to be super fit and healthy, because we do fluctuate in weight over here, what are you doing at 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. more than likely? I'm brunching. I'm having high tea. Because I am still living that life. And whether or not it is an Earl Grey or a peppermint or a chamomile or a normal cup of tea or a coffee, Colombian to be precise, I am living in that vibration. Oh yes, cucumber and tomato sandwich. Oh, a fresh scone with some cream and jam. Oh yes, what else have we got? Strawberry tart, yes, and a Claire. Oh, fantastic. My pinky is up and my gorgeous tea set, metaphorically speaking, is here. And I'm sipping and making content. I am in the moment. Manifestation achieved. It just looks different now because I'm not out in the field slugging it, getting all dressed up with my pearls on and my handbag or briefcase sitting at the table with associates working on the future of entrepreneurship. But I am chill and at peace and at one, and I'm doing the background mechanics, and that's more important. I didn't realise how important it was to be someone on the back end. Any advice I can give to any of you guys in the consciousness shift here is, firstly, it's the evolution of your dream, the fluidity of your dream. I would be quite disappointed in myself, to be honest, if I was now at this age and I was still out there slogging it, hardcore networking, boozing it up at the pub for a network, or going to wine events or just kind of brunchy, expensive venues to network. Maybe in the future things will change. I'm pretty sure I'll do that again, but I'm grateful for the season that I'm in. It shows growth and it shows moving in alignment with where you're meant to be. I'm really grateful. I'm so grateful. And that is what our first lesson is, our Christmas wisdom. Please do share yours in the comments. What was your first manifestation? Your first consciousness shift? That no, I do have that. I do have that. I just didn't know I did. It showed up different. Yeah? For me, the second one, also 2016. I had a 10-year plan, vision board, manifestation. A lot of different things came through from that, including, I just put a little photo of the School of Hermetology publications, and I put it on my vision wall, actually, which said Dare to Dream, and it had Abraham Hicks's focus wheel on it, loads of images, loads of stuff I wanted, mind, body and soul. It was just full on wall of images and designs and written word and paintings that I done. It was amazing. But on there was not only me graduating, I think my PhD was on there. We don't have a PhD, but I definitely did graduate with a first, so we'll take that win. And my publications from the School of Hermetology was also an image I put up there. And I have publications. They are infographics and they are guidebooks, and there's a lot of reports and accounting, more kind of social values accounting stuff coming. But I manifested that too. And that is amazing to me. And that's just an off-cuff moment of a little visualization or something on the vision board that's come through. But also, another main one is in 2016. All I wanted to do was read tarot. Had a big conversation about this in someone's reading on the Hermetologist Tarot channel. All I wanted to do was read tarot. All I wanted to do was do my tarot readings. I couldn't do it. There was so much noise in the house. I lived with other people, had a tiny space. I was so limited. I couldn't be a clear channel and use my mediumship gifts as much as I would have liked. Then I moved houses, travelled around, and I never quite really got to dive into being a tarot reader online in a healthy way, in a way that was really utilising my gifts and me finding myself. So many people go, how can you find yourself? You're not lost. I am lost. I was lost. I've been lost. We all arrive on this planet lost. It's up to us to become found. And when I look around my home, and it gives me so much glee and it gives me so much pleasure, and I'm so grateful for it. And this is not gloating or gluttony for anyone that's struggling, because I've been through homelessness on more than one occasion. I know what it means to be down and out. I know what it means to be broke. I know what it means to lose a business or a brand or financial stability. I know what it means to lose family. I know what it means to grieve. I could tell you a whole fucking story and give you a full biopic of my life since I've been born, and you would be shocked. Because I've been through a lot of sad, depressive, sick shit. In childhood, I didn't have a normal upbringing. As much as family would want to act like my life was normal, it wasn't. I went through things that a lot of children shouldn't go through and don't normally go through. But your family who are close to you, immediately close to you, will tell you it's normal because they've seen it and they assume it's to be normal. Luckily, I've had people in my life that's gone to me, whoa, you know that's not normal, right? You know the things that you just said, that's not normal. And then you look at them and you go, oh, really? And they're like, yeah, you say that like that's a casual thing. It's not, Louise. And thank God for those kind of individuals, because they keep you in check and they remind you like, whoa, what happened to me shouldn't have happened to me. And I know you've all got your own stories, and I know we're all fighting our own demons and breaking our own ancestral curses. So hey, you know that wasn't normal, right? What happened to you? That thing you went through that kind of plagues you, haunts you, that you speak about kind of easily because it's just whatever, it happened. But you know you shouldn't have went through that, right? That changed you. That built character within you. That made you who you are today. Are you conscious of that? Yeah? Because now I'm 37 and I'm always bitching about it now because I feel like I am really far down the line. Didn't want to be 37 and conscious to this degree now. I wanted it sooner. I wanted consciousness more early on. But I sacrificed this kind of lifestyle and where I'm at now for the intelligence, for the self-growth, for the wisdom. I wanted the wisdom. I didn't want the money. I didn't want the clout. I didn't want the recognition. I didn't want the popularity. I know what that stuff feels like. I was popular in school. I was well recognised in school. It's popularity isn't what it's cracked up to be, I'll tell you that. Being a celebrity, not what it's cracked up to be. Money, not what it's cracked up to me. I've seen it. Yeah, I've had those opportunities. I've been in those worlds. No, it's okay. I'll rather sit with the wisdom. I got told by my brother when I was really, really young, probably one of the most key pivotal moments of my life that he may not realise is significant, but really changed my mind frame and made me be who I am today, actually. When I would see him, and I was in my younger days, mid-teens, like 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, whatever that age group was, right, around that, under 21 anyway. Every time I saw him, I would always be like, have you got money? Have you got money? Have you got money for me? How much money have you got? I would always be asking for money because you're the little sister who wants money and wants to buy things, right? And one time, my brother said to me, let me tell you something. I haven't got money for you. I haven't got money at all. No one round here's got money. We're all broke. You see everybody flexing. You see everybody flossing. It's just for appearance. I'm telling you now, you need to do something better with your life than this. Because although I've got all these things, it means fuck all because I really don't have any money and no one out here has money. You see all these people with this, you see all these people with that, you see all these people with all these things, they haven't got any real money, Louise. And I was really young still. I can't remember how old I was. But I said, really? I said, no way. He said, yeah, they're just pretending. They're just fake flexing. They're just flossing. That's what we do in this community. That's how we grow. We just pretend. But real money, no, none of us have got it. And that really sat with me. He doesn't know this. I've never told him this or spoken about this in any other way. But that moment really knocked me off my feet because I couldn't believe it. From that day, I stopped asking for money because I realised, whoa, he ain't got it. All these people here with the chains and the bling and the Gucci and the expensive shoes, they're really poor, you're saying? Yeah, seriously. I was shocked. That's how naive I was, because I'm a Disney. I watch Disney all day. I dance around skipping. Everyone's claiming that they got money. I'm just living in my own fairyland. I've been a fairy all my life. You know, I got dragged out of the fairy realm around 2021, to be quite honest. I was a fairy all the way up until my mid-30s, near enough. Got bitch slapped out of the fairy realm, forced into the darker dimensions of life. But I was conscious of, I need to do more. At that point, I had already been studying pretty much all of my life. Anyway, and I was either in school then or leaving school and in college, left school, went to college. I've just studied ever since. And I've been encouraged by family to study as well and to read. Bless the family that promote reading and education and that represented a healthy way to live, because role models are real, and I had a really incredible role model to guide me to read books and educate myself and learn and get qualifications, which is powerful because look where I'm at now. I never thought I would achieve all of these things. And I've moved on and I've built this kind of tech company, and there's still so much work to do, guys. It is very early days. And I've been saying it's very early days since 2016. And it still is. I've been sharing the Jensen Hung story quite a bit, actually. And it's the story of how he is now NVIDIA richest tech company, worth trillions. When he made his first AI computer, which he funded with billions, the day that it went on sale, he spoke about the fact that no one was there for the celebration, no one was there for the opening, no one was on the phones making orders. The moment that they went live with this product, they got no response, and it cost them billions. And then someone called. And they said, oh, we really want one, but we're a charity. Can't afford to pay for it. Either way, Jensen went off, gave this AI computer to this non-profit, and that non-profit was OpenAI. That company is now worth trillions, and OpenAI is the leading AI company out there. So all of you guys, if you're right now in a tent, right now on the street walking around because you've got nowhere to go for the night, you're broke and you're down and you're out and you're struggling, you're in your house, you've got no gas, you've got no electric, you've got no food, you've got no family, you've got no friends, you've got no one there that loves you or cares about you, have faith. I feel so grateful when I hear Jensen's story, because when I look at my company, all that I can hold on to, and this is good faith and the belief system that Jeff Bezos also helps me maintain, is I've got 0 on the balance sheet in relation to the companies. There's 0 here. Jensen was billions in with 0 sales. That's fucking terrifying. Billions you spent on this and 0 response. No one even knows what it is. Everyone says, but has it got Microsoft Windows? What does it do? It hasn't got Microsoft, but I can't use it like a normal computer. Why would you make something so stupid? AI computing? No, that's pathetic, ridiculous, impossible construct. Richest company in the world. Knocked Elon off. Did it knock Elon off? Well, I mean, we're talking about Jensen and Larry and Elon at the top now as potentially the first trillionaires on the planet, on this side of the century, shall we say, because, we're getting independent trillionaires coming in. That's fucking exciting. I am overjoyed to be part of that collective. Wink, wink. Because independent trillionaires are coming. Elon is pushing for him to be the first. He's sorting out his stakeholders and accounting to make sure that all the trillions he makes from Tesla, at least, that he's entitled to a percentile of that as the CEO and the creator. He wants to take the cream off of that, take a big chunk of that out and put it on his personal net. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. In the world which we're in, I mean, money is so important. I spent such a long time in my life, and I want to share this with you because this is the leftist platform I have over here, her 7D. Money has been something I didn't even want to touch as a shaman. We let it just sit on the table. We put it at the kind of in the offering jar. We have there's a specific kind of like jar or something that normally money would go in, and I'll be a bit irritated when I don't actually put my money jar out, because I'd rather the money just go in there and sit there, just put the lid on and go about my day, because that's just additional money. When you do tarot, you just put it there and let it be, So we don't really want to touch money sometimes, truth be told. You want to do it through naturally just giving and charity and kindness of heart, right? And we do a lot of things for free. But because of the shift in the economy is the point, and the tech that is coming and the AI, everybody needs money more than ever before. And I say that so sadly because I feel like there's a lot of us that don't understand the severity of that. And I worry so much about everybody on credit, because I went through my credit era and my credit season, and I ruined my credit score many moons ago and recovered and balanced it out and stabilized it. There's not enough education for us out there. I destroyed my credit at probably about 18. By 21, I blew my credit up because I was fresh on the credit score, and I could just buy stuff, and I had a lot going on. I didn't have too much credit cards then, I don't think, or maybe I did by then, but I was just doing a lot of finance stuff. Luckily, I still was working at the time. I managed to repair all of my credit, but it still sinks and dips when you're going through stuff, and my credit's not the highest or the greatest it could have been. But we recovered from 2021. We returned back to an even keel later in life, But the money that you accrue and you hold free from credit is the biggest asset you'll ever have in your life. That's the most important thing I could ever teach anyone. And I'm going to do some futuristic content out on the Hermatologist channel, the Tarot channel. We're going to do more a look into the future series, and more stuff on Hermatology Tales as well, because I do want to make sure everyone is really aware of the credit crunch and the credit crisis and the financial struggles that we're all looking to face. We're in a lot of trouble, guys. We're in a lot of trouble. So I want you guys to know, if I ever do speak about money and I sound gluttonous and you're a really spiritual person, or you remember the old version of me that didn't really speak too much about money, I'm going to need you to have a bit of fucking trust and faith in me. That's what I'm going to need. Because I've seen the future, and boy, if I'm talking obnoxiously about money, it's because we fucking need it. Because our people are in danger. Hugging trees and dancing around with crystals is going to be the death of us if we haven't got people fighting our corner, okay? We're losing everything we've ever had, including our faith and a religion and our belief system and our unique identity. We are being so stripped of who we are, and we are going to be so factionless, so out in the cold. If you could watch anything over the Christmas holidays, go and watch Divergent. Yeah, the Divergent, Insurgent, Alien Urgent series starring Triss. The first one, Divergent, is the most important. You'll see the factionless characters, the ones that don't fit into one of the tribes, one of the elements, one of the New World categories. They fall to the wayside. They become factionless. They become nobody. They're just living out on the sidelines. That is so many people on the left. That is who I would have been, who many of us would have been if I didn't decide to come up here. When Mark Zuckerberg rebranded Facebook to Meta in 2021, that was the turn in technology. And technology runs the world. Data runs the world. Data distribution runs the world. Data is the highest currency here now. So he is the leading currency provider Yeah, the leading data provider with the Facebook, with the WhatsApp, with all of his technology. He is a lead provider. Yeah, really dangerous ass shit. So I had to make a decision at that time in life, in the middle of the social media versus reality experiment as well. So luckily it made me aware of this. If I was sleeping and unconscious, I would have never known. But God makes sure his children know the way. I tried to share the way with many people. People denounced me, disrespected me, laughed at me, mocked me, told me it was impossible, didn't believe. Had to keep going. For just like Jensen, I knew better. Jensen believed. Jensen had faith. Jensen trusted in his machine. Instead of following fashion and making some B-Tech Apple Mac, some B-Tech Lenovo, some any B-Tech Microsoft software, the man went off the fucking reserve and made an AI computer that nobody had need or demand for as of yet. But now, Nvidia is blowing up the place and is leading in the tech company. I only pray and hope that my corporation can live up to that, because I definitely have done the work for that lifestyle. And I hope and I hope and I hope and I hope and I pray that at least one person listening to this transmission today feels that inside themselves, hears that message inside of me and goes, fuck it, me too. That's my dream. That's my vision. That's my belief system. I'm doing that too, and I know it, and they keep telling me otherwise. I keep going this way because I know I'm that. Many of us have been destined to walk alone, be hungry and starving, have less for this reason. Trust. I always go back to the Jeff Bezos vision as well, with his Amazon.co.uk sign in the office, graffitied on the office wall. And it's one of my favourite memories. I may need to put it on a canvas or in a photo frame on the wall in my office, because it just brings me so much healing to look at that, and then to look at Jeff Bezos now and what he's achieved in his life. It makes me feel great. I'm like if I need therapy, if I'm having a breakdown, I can just look at the photo of Jeff Bezos in the office with that graffiti sign and go, oh, thank you. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff, for going through it. And it's so old, and it's so, what era is that, right? Is it that 90s? And that his outfit and the shirt that he's wearing, his hairstyle. No offense, Jeff, but he's so super nerdy in that, and it's just so fantastic, because to look at him now, and he's been through a lot in life. He's now married, and he's now being dressed by Lauren, from what I can tell. I just saw a reel of him matching grey outfits at Fashion Week or somewhere significant with Lauren. He looks fantastic. And it just shows growth in the human. It shows growth in life. And I remember when Amazon was doing really, really well, but they were still not making a profit. And everyone was going, but you're not making a profit, but you're not making any money back. And he's like, yeah, I know, but this is long-term strategy. Like, don't worry, we're going to get there. And everyone's laughing at him, and he's just kind of so nerdy and quirky with it. And even there's a clip of him on 60 Minutes, which is really, really old. I was going to say ancient, but I'm now dissing Jeff so intently, because it's like such an old 90s classic clips that are such akashics of his history. And in it, he's driving a really run-down car, and he's got billions at that point, I believe. And they're like, but why are you driving this car? Like, you could get a nicer car. You're a billionaire driving this. You know, and it's hilarious to me. It makes me laugh, and it makes me so happy. And I get it. Like, and that gives me reassurance as well. It's like, this guy is a billionaire, and look at him. He's not flexing, but he's not done yet. He's not done. His mechanics require more. He's not chasing coin or money. He's got a bigger plan. Give him time. Because whilst you're looking at him going, you got billions, but you're not making a profit. No one wants your AI computer, Jensen. Both of them are racking up trillions. They're walking down trillionaire row, whilst everybody else is dribbling at their billionaire capacity. And they're like, no, I want more than that. And the thing is, they don't want more than that just to have that, just for the money. I think Elon's more money driven than the rest, to be honest. No offence, E, but he's really money hungry in my opinion. And we need people who are out here coin obsessed. Let's be real, it's good for the market. Bill Gates would testify otherwise. Sorry, Bill. But the truth of the matter is, Jensen and his passion and purpose and his dream for that machine was because he knew it was needed, and he was filling the gap in the market, and he was creating something purposeful. Same with Jeff. The dream just grew and grew. You just got a dream. Be a dreamer. They're manifesting the life of their dreams. Every single one of us on this planet should be living a unique manifestation. Every single one of us. But we get grouped into these conformist groups and told to be just like the others. Divergent's the greatest for it. And in Divergent, yeah, this is what we're going to leave you with. We're wrapping up now, guys. I think we've done enough. I'm going to play some lovely Christmas music in the after this. And we're just going to let it run. And I might pop back in with any other little snippets I might want to add. But we're just going to dive into some Christmas music and just embrace the season, okay? I hope you're having a gorgeous Christmas wherever you are and you're benefiting from this transmission today. Hit like, hit subscribe, share. Check out all my other channels as well. There'll be gorgeous tarot stuff across the place, okay? So, with that in mind, in Divergent, they test everybody who joins these conformist groups. You get to a certain age and you need to choose where you want to evolve. Choose a community, choose a stereotype, choose an ecosystem, choose a group for the rest of your life and go over there and be like them. But once you get over there, you've got to be registered. We've got to test you. We've got to look inside your brain and cranium and understand you. But what the governments or the lead authority don't let you know is they're looking for something specific when they're testing you. They're looking for the divergent individuals. This is more significant than ever because AI chips are coming out. Microchips, brain chips are coming out. They are being inserted into the brain of the many. Elon has been doing this at Neuralink for those with disabilities and is helping improve lives. He's taken that approach, which is a very smart move. He's a very smart man. But over time, that will evolve and hit the mass population. You can watch the movie on Netflix called Atlas, starring Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo, and you will see the worst case scenario of what these chips will create in our lives in the future. But in the movie Divergent, OpenAI, are also making these chips. They are also now deciding to genetically modify newborns to make sure that they are of a higher standard of health. This isn't a joke. This isn't a trick. I'm not on a trip. Babies are being modified to be the best kind of healthy baby you can ever have, and brain chips are coming out that control absolutely everything. All forms of devices, all thoughts, everything you have going on in your brain is now transmuted to a supercomputer and run through a data center and then distributed. So people will know what to sell you every second of the day. The algorithm is now part of your cranium and your normal natural functioning. This is fascinating because in Divergent in the movie, at one point in the movie, the leader of this new world clicks a button and every single person becomes active and they're switched off from themselves, but they're turned on for the corporation. and they are walking around as stormtroopers practically, killing and attacking others. They do horrendous things and they have no memory of it because they're under a higher level hypnosis. Let's say it like that. So when you see my content on this channel and you see the approaches that I take across these platforms, you will see them evolve over the next few years. You will see them evolve as long as I breathe and live on this fucking planet. Because there is a need to level the playing field in this arena. It's dangerous, okay? So all the hippy-dippy, immature, inner child healing stuff that you think's quite whimsical and silly, keep thinking that, because eventually your brain is going to be sucked dry by OpenAI or Neuralink, and it's not going to be remotely love and light. It's going to be fucking Dark Lord heavy, okay? I have more faith in Elon, but data and money drive this network, and capitalistic agendas are the loudest. And I say that knowing that I need funding and support for my tech, so shitting on the leading tech isn't the way. But I am making a very fucking clear claim that my tech is going to be clean as day. And that's a hard thing to promise the people. That transparency, that desire to make sure that these people do not suffer and are not utilized and brutalized in the worst of ways so that the rich can win. I will not live in a world where my brain data is a piece of the pie to you, and your Egyptian cotton or whatever high quality life you're living and your luxurious lifestyles are coming off of my fucking neurotransmitters day and night. No. And what am I getting in return for it? Being turned on and off like a puppet to do your bidding? Hell no. Hell fucking no. I understand the revolution. I understand the change. I love Elon Musk to death, but I am not a fucking imbecile. And I will not be played in this reality. And the divergent element is real. People will be switched on. And do you know the only people that can't be switched on? Divergent. The divergence. When everybody turns, this is the scariest thing, because they say activate everyone. Activate the chips. Once the chips are activated, everyone starts moving and going, marching and doing what everyone else is doing. Everyone's standing there looking awkward. The army, the military, the platoon, the government know that motherfucker's awake. They're identifying everyone who's awake, who's not succumbed to the chip. So if the chip can't take over your brain, if your brain can't be controlled, you're divergent. Fuck it, kill them. And they're always hunting for the divergent. That's the problem. Unfortunately, I outed myself long ago as divergent, so I can't go back. Since 1988, the CIA have been running projects like the Jedi Project, named Jedi Project after the Star Wars ideology regarding managing the Force. CIA, FBI, NSA, top agencies are doing very, very specific, powerful things regarding the Force. Neuralink and their chips, which are a sensational piece of technology and innovation, are called telepathy chips. Telepathy. The reason I'm here is because telepathy started with the shaman. Telepathy started with the spiritualist. Telepathy belongs with the clear senses. Telepathy is a Jedi force. So, if we are taking spiritual sentiment, spiritual concepts, and programming them into high-end technology, then this must be the way for her. Because I do not sleep on evolution, and I do not sleep on justice. I do not sleep on my loved ones. I do not sleep on the life that we need to survive. I love Elon Musk and I love Neuralink. I also need funding. That's why I'm saying this. But I will be a pain in Elon's ass as long as I live, because I will not tolerate brain manipulation tech that feeds the rich and wealthy through capitalism. I'm sorry, I can't, and I have to stand on that. And everything I'm building, everything I'm creating, regardless of how big or small it is, there will be a wave that know that this is the way, because we are not getting mugged off here. No, we're already violated across the systems. If you see how I've been working these machines over here before the qubit and blockchain hit, the algorithm, how many views has this video got? 2? 4? 0? But I put content out weekly every single day. Can't get the impressions, but the SEOs are 100% sometimes. Following all the rules on YouTube. Following all the rules. Blanket banned on Instagram for speaking the truth. All of my subreddits deleted on Reddit for telling the truth too. Constantly in trouble with these lot. Constantly in trouble. They cut me off left, right and centre because I'm a bad bitch and I'm divergent, and I am coming with qubit and blockchain. And I test the resilience of these systems in a neurodiverse way, in line with the divergence we need for a higher level quality system in the future, in line with supercomputing as well. Big boy tech is on the way. I'm overjoyed to be alive today. Other days I'm like, fuck this planet, fuck, get me off. But we got to keep going. And I will say I love Elon Musk. I want to put disclaimers in there because I would like to work with Neuralink. I really want to work with Neuralink. I think they're leading in this way. And to start off working with disability and coming that way forward, we've got to find a way to make this technology something that the rest of the world isn't going to hate, because everyone's sleeping on it right now, and Elon's going to get away with this for as long as he can because everyone's sleeping. But we're all going to wake up eventually and we're going to realise what this really, really means. And then there's going to be a rebellion. And he's already had a Tesla rebellion, so you can only imagine. And when it comes to OpenAI, I want to say positive stuff, but I don't have anything positive to say, and I'm not going to lie. And I don't care how rich they are, and I don't care if Sam Altman becomes the richest man in the world. I don't dislike him as a person. I love everyone just as much as I love Mark Zuckerberg as well. But I don't like what I've heard. I don't like the energy that surrounds the corporation, and I don't have faith in the tech being something healthy or safe. There's no safety in that technology for me. I'm so sorry. There's elements of your machine that you have given, like your agent MD, that you've incorporated with Anthropic and with Goose from Block. I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. The more decentralization you do, the more I'll have faith. But there's too many red flags that have surrounded your corporation since it's really came into the light, and I'm not gonna act like I don't see it. I'm not okay with it. Same with Zuckerberg. I love Zuckerberg to pieces. I think he's an absolute legend for what he's created. But I will say, in relation to his tech and his evolution in regards to at least advertisement and the claims of encryption, which only really goes so far within an application like WhatsApp. There's a lot of claims that this is end-to-end encryption, rah. But the way that the data is distributed on the back end and how things are managed is a whole lot of concepts that the user don't know about, and the way in which algorithms are manipulated and shit is used. It's just not okay. Actually, at the end of the day, your machines speak louder than you do. And actually, Sam as a human being, decent guy. Zuckerberg as a human being, really lovely person. But we've all got our flaws, and who am I to judge? I'm an absolute wanker more time. So you can have that, guys, as an equal playing field. I am outrightly talking to big tech at this time as well. I'm just going through the list of these fuckers, just letting them know where I stand this Christmas. Why not? Right? Woosah. I think I'm done. The stuff I brought up to you guys, i.e. Project Jedi, dive into it. And what's so beautiful, and this makes me want to cry and smile and dance and skip around like a psychopath at the same time, and act like Rumpelstiltskin, because that was my favourite childhood story ever. Explains my personality very much. But it's a situation of Project Jedi, which is a declassified CIA project, occurred in 1988. This is the futurist in me, and hopefully the futurist in you too. That project occurred in 1988. So if they were looking at the Force in relation to weapons in 1988, what the fuck are they doing now in 2025 when we've got brain chips on the market and AI computers on the market? Huh? Think about that. Think deeply about every single declassified piece of intelligence dating back to the 80s, the 70s, the 60s, the 50s, the 40s. Look at the severity of what's being identified in some of those instances, 90s and noughties included, and then go, what the fuck could they possibly be doing now? And if you're a researcher like me, right, you do research, you read white papers, you know that when you read a document like that, you look for the findings, you look for the real world implications, and you look for the future implications. So I can read any CIA document and scale that 10, 20 years ahead of time. If they've done this in 88, then right now in 2025, I can guarantee they've done A, B, C, D, E, F, fucking G. So wow, that identifies a lot more than is actually declassified at this time. I can see the class through the D class. I'm divergent. And that's the truth. And that is not a Julian Assange crime. You can't lock me up for seeing the class through the D class. The smart ones can. And that's what scares me. And that's why I'm here. And that's why I do everything I do at hermatology.me. And that's why I dedicate my life to the field. Without having to fucking tie myself to a railroad. That sounds a bit wrong. Tie myself to a tree. Tie myself to the front of a building. Burn down Tesla. Because that's fucking ridiculous. Like there is no war or arson or angry, what are they called? Antifa attacks. For God's sake, everyone go home and have a cup of tea, please. Go and have some cocoa at home with your family. It's Christmas. How do we even get here to this depth of conversation at Christmas time? Do you see why I can't be around people at Christmas? Do you see why the introvert and the Grinch must stay by themselves? Why would I be out there? I've just told you about Project Gemini. Gemini? Jedi. But you know, it's funny I said Gemini because when I thought about Project Jedi, it made me think about the movie Gemini. Starring Will Smith, where Will Smith is cloned and becomes the opposite version, a younger version, the artificial version of him. That's real too. Psyops are, go and watch Atlas, go and watch Gemini, go and watch Divergent. They're the most important things in relation to the future that are becoming real. TV shows and movies are actually psyops. They are ways for the brain and to be manipulated and prepared for the possibility of this being a reality. Atlas shows us what really happens if Neuralink goes wrong. Gemini shows us what happens when these clones and these hybrid synthetic humans become online. Because in Japan at this time, from 2026 I believe, where they're using full time, we're using blood full time, that's synthetic. So we don't need blood donors anymore in Japan more time from about 2 to 4 years from now because everyone's just going to get synthetic blood. That means people are walking around here half synthetic because their blood's synthetic. If your blood's synthetic, you're hybrid already. People are sleeping everywhere I look. My goodness. And Elon keeps screaming about the woke mind virus. And he's got a massive army. And his army are toe-to-toe with Tommy Robinson and the EDL. And all they do is scream about the struggles that the white man faces and how they're becoming extinct. And they're advocating for no woke generation. And that's why Antifa's rising. And there's these terror cells coming up and out. We are not one of them. We like to think, I pray to God that I'm correct with my design and my build. I pray to God that I am so smart, so wise, so powerful, so switched on, that everything I've built is so situated in the middle. I'm not fucking far left and I'm not fucking far right, and I'm not denouncing any of you with your fucked up ideologies, all of you. But our tech's gonna toe the line. Because I want the far left to trust us and I want the far right to trust us. And I don't want no terrorism and no murder and no death and no abuse here. Yeah? You go too far to one side and you're fucked. You go too far to the other side and you're fucked. Yeah? Because the woke mind virus ideology is so limiting and toxic to me as well, because I like to say I'm woke and I like to be conscious. But the severity of wokeness that's riots and burnings and Just Stop Oil throwing SpaghettiOs on paintings is pathetic and stupid, and I hate woke eras that are dumb and unconscious like that. But I am woke. And the wokest person I know on the planet, guess who it is? This person's woker than anyone I've ever fucking known. Guess what his name is? His name's Elon Musk. He is so fucking woke, it's unfucking believable. Yet he denounces wokeness. So what is woke? What does it mean to be woke? How do we toe the line between woke? Because I love and adore this man, because he's woke as fuck, but he hates woke people. So what's woke then? Somebody who is making a move to Mars, woke as fuck. Someone to put chips in brains, woke as fuck. Someone to create a whole range of electrical vehicles like that and the Cybertruck. This motherfucker is woke as fuck. Love this woke motherfucker. But he denounces wokeness, so what is woke? It's not just the non-binary transgender queer on the left hugging trees screaming for climate change. That's what it's not. So we're going to start seeing the far left and the far right and the black and the white really start to come together in major ways, but then also fractalize in more toxicity in more ways. I hope we can reduce the terror that is likely to rise, and that the incidents that have occurred over the last few years, especially attacks against Israelis as well, and the anti-Semitic attacks and all the stuff that the Palestinians have gone through just trying to stand up for themselves. The toxicity of it all is devastating. War has been on the rise. Civil war has really risen in so many communities that you just wouldn't expect it to be in. And because of immigration, migration, so much change, terror cells and terrorist communities exist in the West and even in the East and all over the world in new ways. I looked at a range of stories quite recently, earlier this year, maybe in January, maybe this time last year. I read a few stories about some really disturbing shamans in the East. Shamans just murdering up people and just burying them in the ground. And I don't know if they're using their body for stuff or rituals. There was one sick man, some sick-ass Asian man. He was just like a prolific shamanic murderer. And I was like, great, that's perfect for the brand, isn't it? It's really representing us well. Do you get what I mean? It's disgusting. Hinduism's under threat too, guys. Because a lot of people, especially Muslims, are starting to really dislike Hinduism. There's a lot of war in the East. We're in Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Pakistan. The faith debate is really finding struggle. Like, for me, growing up, 37, British, but Jamaican background. Yeah, Jamaican descendant, right? The truth of the matter is, I've only known the ideology of terrorism really being a Islamic Christianity kind of war or issue, right? And stemming between the ideology of the Western Christianity versus the East and the Islamic faith. That's kind of the narrative we've been fed for many, many years. But what I've seen now switching on and being more woke is the whoa, Hindus are being attacked now, Hindus against Muslims. Now we've got the Israel and Palestine spreading out around the world and not just in Gaza. So the threats and the risks that we're all experiencing and seeing is up. The technology's up in line with that. The terror attacks, Russia, we didn't speak about Russia and China. We didn't speak about the Bitcoin. We didn't speak about EU. We didn't speak about the tech geniuses and wizards and the threats that they're under. This is all Hermatology Tales conversation, you know? So many channels I've got, guys. Tap in. This is a really nice piece I'm bringing out today because it combines all of my skill sets and all the things I like to discuss. So let me know if you found this significant. I'll make sure all the channels are collaborating on this one because this is fucking hot. Have a gorgeous Christmas. Keep turning up. Keep going with the flow. What do you want to know more about? Go to hermatology.me, see all the things I fucking do over there. But do let me know, what do you want to know more about? And I'll dive into that. We'll go there a little bit more. It could be personal, emotional, social. It could be topic, conspiracy, fear. Could be technology. There's a lot to discuss. Could be metaphorical, physical, your opinions on life. What is it you need? And what are you manifesting? And what are you doing? And where do you sit on the spectrum of this? Are you far left? Are you far right? Are you right? Are you left? Or are you trying to be in the middle? Where you at? Are you aware of what's really coming? Are you one of the lucky ones who's sleeping more than enough to not give a fuck or know anything about this? So you can just switch off and go about your day. I'm a sensitive empath. I'm in the fucking field. I'm neurodivergent as fuck. I'm out here. I'm building the tech to prevent the disaster that I see coming. Because I can't help but be a warrior spirit. That's me. Right? No judgment for anyone who chooses to sit down and chill and lay in the field and bask in the sun. Life's fucked. Do you get what I mean? There's different factions. There's different communities. There's different places to go. And there's no judgment for anyone who found their communities and settled in and not moving. You don't need to make more money. You don't need to do anything else. You're going to work at the job that you've got now at a 9 to 5. It pays the bills. You're going to stay there until retirement. Retire and live off your pension. You're fine and you're safe. I respect everybody who has that life and that opportunity. Wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, well done. Bunker down, knuckle in, find safe passage, find your community, find your loved ones, find your family and friends. But not all of us have that luxury. The neurodivergent ones, the divergent ones, are being forced out into the light. So we have to make choices, yeah? Fallen angels are being asked to rise and be the light and never go down a war route, guys. We must hold the line. There is so much evil out here, and the Antifa to the left and the capitalists to the right, there's a lot of evil there. We have to be different. And there's still going to be hate for a lot of what I do because I understand the globalism of it all. I study the shit. And a lot of what we're doing is tech, so it's global. If our tech's working around the world, then that's the global piece. Everything's global now, guys. So backlash, misunderstanding, misinterpretations are there, but I've got a mouthpiece and I'm smart as fuck. So pull up with your concerns and I'll fucking show you the way. Get in line and move from the fucking far left and far right because we don't need any more war. Pull your shit together, guys. This is the real world. Welcome to 2026.